What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to PS5 Nexus, your ultimate source for all things PlayStation. The news cycle is absolutely on fire this week, and we've got some massive updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. From exciting hardware reveals to groundbreaking game announcements and crucial console revisions, we're diving deep into everything that matters. Get ready for a high-octane rundown of the PlayStation universe because you're about to get plugged into the most important stories shaping our gaming future. Don't blink, or you might miss it. Let's jump right in. First up, Sony is dropping a delightful new controller that's sure to bring a smile to your face. We've got all the details on the brand new Astro Bot Joyful DualSense, including when you can get your hands on it and what makes it so special. This isn't just a cosmetic change. It's a celebration of a beloved character, and we're breaking down every joyful pixel. Then, we're shifting gears to a significant, and perhaps surprising, update regarding the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition. Reports are surfacing about a revision that might not be what everyone expects, potentially impacting storage. We'll explore what this means for the console's future and whether this change will reach all regions. You'll want to hear this one. Next, get ready to dive into a world of shadows and survival. A major new title from the creators of the acclaimed Silent Hill 2 remake is officially launching, and it looks absolutely terrifying. We've got the scoop on its dual timelines, its unique setting, and how you can jump into the early access right now. And finally, we're checking in on a game that's making the jump from PC to console. We're talking about the console edition of Sengoku Dynasty. Does this feudal Japan adventure translate well to controllers? We're dissecting the gameplay, the controls, and whether this port lives up to the hype. Stick around for all the essential info and make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and join the Nexus community. Astro Bot's joyful return, a new DualSense controller revealed. Get ready to add another coveted piece to your PlayStation collection, as Sony has just unveiled a brand new, limited edition Astro Bot-themed DualSense controller, dubbed the Astro Bot Joyful DualSense. This exciting release follows the popular limited edition Astro Bot controller from last year, which, despite its charming design, featured static eyes on the touchpad. Now, fans have a new reason to celebrate, as this latest iteration promises a delightful twist. Pre-orders for the Astro Bot Joyful DualSense are set to go live on September 12th at 10 a.m., with shipping expected to commence on October 30th. PlayStation shared a sneak peek of the new controller through a teaser video on Instagram, accompanying it with the caption, "Astro Bot returns with a new delightful twist. The limited edition Astro Bot Joyful DualSense launches October 30. Pre-orders start September 12 at 10 a.m. local time at Direct, PlayStation, Com, and participating retailers. The video prominently showcases the controller's signature feature, the large dots on the touchpad designed to resemble Astro Bot's eyes. However, the accompanying text clarifies that this depiction is a dramatization and not necessarily indicative of the final controller's functionality, suggesting the eyes might remain static once again. Despite the potential for non-animated eyes, the controller is expected to feature an aesthetically pleasing design, possibly with upward curved eyes on the touchpad that exude an even more cheerful disposition. For those familiar with the previous Astro Bot Limited Edition DualSense, this new version offers a nostalgic experience with a fresh aesthetic. Beyond the visual enhancements, it is anticipated that all the core features of the DualSense controller will remain intact, including adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, and the integrated light bar, ensuring the immersive gameplay experience PlayStation users have come to expect. This announcement arrives during a year that has been particularly generous for collectors of limited edition PlayStation peripherals. The gaming community has already seen a variety of unique controller designs, including a Death Stranding 2, on the Beach variant, and a special edition inspired by The Last of Us. Notably, the 30th Anniversary Edition, which paid homage to the classic PS1 color scheme, stood out as a particularly popular release. The arrival of the Astro Bot Joyful DualSense is generating considerable buzz among fans, with many eagerly anticipating the pre-order window. The controller is seen not just as a functional accessory, but as a collectible item celebrating a beloved PlayStation mascot. The subtle hint at potential design changes, even if just cosmetic, adds an element of intrigue, leaving players to wonder just how joyful this new edition will truly be. The community is abuzz with speculation about the exact shade of blue, the texture of the grip, and, of course, those iconic eyes. Hold onto your controllers, because we're about to dive into a surprising revision that could impact your PS5. Next, we're heading into a world of horror with a brand new survival game from a renowned studio. PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, reportedly set for storage reduction. In a move that has sparked considerable discussion within the gaming community, reports suggest that Sony is preparing to release a revised version of its PlayStation 5 Digital Edition console, potentially featuring a reduced storage capacity. This development comes nearly 5 years after the PS5's initial launch, a period marked by significant sales milestones, occasional shortages, and a price adjustment in certain markets. According to prominent leaker Bloober Team, known for their accurate PlayStation-related leaks, the upcoming revision will see the console's internal storage scaled back from the current 1 TB SSD to an 825 GB SSD. Bloober Team specifically noted that the storage space of the new PS5 Slim Digital Chassis E would be reduced to 825 GB, compared to 1 TB for the previous model, Chassis D. This reduction in storage space, while seemingly a downgrade, is reportedly being implemented by Sony as a measure to avoid a third price increase for the PS5 Digital Edition in Europe. Despite the decreased storage, the console is not expected to come with a lower price tag. The reported MSRP remains at €499, which is a notable increase from its original launch price of €399 back in 2020. This pricing strategy, coupled with the reduced storage, has led to speculation and debate about the value proposition for consumers in the European market. Currently, this revision is understood to be exclusive to Europe, with no official confirmation yet available regarding plans for its release in other regions, such as North America. The speculated release date for this new European model is September 13, 2025. This potential regional exclusivity adds another layer to the ongoing conversation, as players in other territories wonder if they will receive a different revision, or if the current 1 TB model will remain the standard. The implications of this reported storage reduction are varied. For some, the 825 GB might still be sufficient, especially with the increasing prevalence of digital game libraries and cloud storage solutions. However, for players who download and store numerous large-scale games, the additional 175 GB could be a significant difference. The decision to maintain the price point while reducing storage has also drawn criticism, with some analysts suggesting it could be perceived as a less consumer-friendly move. Nevertheless, Sony's strategy might be aimed at managing production costs and maintaining profit margins in a competitive market. The gaming public has reacted with a mix of understanding and concern. While some acknowledge the economic pressures Sony might be facing, others express disappointment that a new console iteration doesn't offer improved specifications, particularly in terms of storage. The community is actively discussing whether this change will influence purchasing decisions and how it aligns with the broader trend of console hardware revisions in the current generation. But the hardware news doesn't stop there. We're diving into a brand new survival horror experience that's just dropped. Get ready for a chilling new adventure as we explore the details of a highly anticipated game. Cronos, the new Dawn launches early access, blending eras for survival horror fans. Bloober Team, the acclaimed studio behind the highly anticipated Silent Hill 2 remake, has officially unleashed Cronos, the new Dawn, a captivating third-person survival horror experience. This new title invites players into the desolate ruins of New Dawn, a world intricately inspired by Nowa Huta, a historic district in Krakow, Poland. The game masterfully weaves together two distinct timelines, a bleak, post-apocalyptic future grappling with decay and despair, and the raw, industrial grit of the 1980s. This unique duality merges retro realism, dystopian science fiction, and a retro-futuristic aesthetic to construct a profoundly immersive environment brimming with tension, mystery, and palpable terror. Early access for Cronos, The new Dawn is now available for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS, allowing players to step directly into its unforgiving world. Players assume the role of the Traveler, an enigmatic agent of the collective dispatched into zones irrevocably altered by the Change, a cataclysmic event that fractured time, memory, and even physical form. The remnants of this event have created a world suspended precariously between past and future, a landscape that is simultaneously haunted, hostile, and in a state of constant unraveling, making survival an exceptionally precarious endeavor. The game officially launched digitally across all platforms, including the new Nintendo Switch 2 system, on September 5th. The Digital Deluxe Edition, priced at $69.99, offers players a significant advantage with 48-hour early access, meaning those who pre-ordered could begin their journey immediately. This premium edition includes all content from the Digital Standard Edition, plus a host of valuable extras. Additional handgun ammo, shotgun shells, energy packs, 3 exclusive Traveler skins, a digital art book, and the official soundtrack, enhancing the immersive experience from the outset. Physical editions, priced at $59.99 for both PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch 2, are also available for pre-order through select retailers like GameStop and Amazon, in partnership with America's physical distributor Skybound Games. These physical copies will not only include the standard base game, but also a unique Traveler skin, access to a cache of digital supplies, and a set of collectible physical stickers inspired by the game's haunting world. The PlayStation 5 Physical Edition is slated for release on September 19th in the Americas, followed by the Nintendo Switch 2 Physical Edition on October 21st. The newly released launch trailer provides a final, chilling glimpse into previously unseen locations, showcases grotesque new enemies, and hints at the escalating horrors that await players lurking in the shadows. Bloober Team, established in 2008, has built a reputation for crafting deep and immersive horror games, with titles like the Layers of Fear series, Blair Witch, Observer, System Redux, and The Medium contributing to their impressive portfolio. Their recent collaboration with KONAMI on the Silent Hill 2 remake garnered widespread acclaim, earning numerous awards and accolades. The dual timeline narrative, the unique setting inspired by a real historical location, and the promise of intense survival horror gameplay have generated significant anticipation. Players are particularly drawn to the concept of navigating a world fractured by a temporal cataclysm, offering a fresh take on the genre. The inclusion of both digital and physical editions, along with bonus content, caters to a wide range of player preferences, ensuring broad accessibility for this ambitious new title. And if you thought that was the only big release news, think again. We're now turning our attention to a game that's journeyed from PC to consoles, and we've got the lowdown on its performance. Sengoku Dynasty Console Edition Review: A feudal Japan adventure finds its footing. This review delves into the console edition of Sengoku Dynasty, a title previously explored on PC, offering a fresh perspective on its transition to PlayStation 5. Having spent considerable time with the PC version, which garnered a strong 4 out of 5 Gien Gems, this analysis focuses on how the game adapts to console play, particularly concerning controls and overall experience. Sengoku Dynasty immerses players in feudal Japan, presenting a compelling blend of village building, combat, and empire management, all playable with up to 4 friends in cooperative multiplayer. The core narrative remains consistent. Players wash ashore with nothing and must meticulously build their home and nascent kingdom from the ground up. The distinctive art style and evocative music are unchanged, and the game retains its visual appeal on the PlayStation 5, mirroring the high graphical settings previously enjoyed on PC. The most significant changes revolve around the implementation of controller support. For console-native gamers, the ability to navigate and interact with the game using a controller is a critical factor. While the combat mechanics feel more intuitive and fluid with a controller compared to keyboard and mouse, a notable drawback has emerged: menu navigation. The initial experience with joystick-based menu navigation proved unintuitive, with sensitivity settings described as atrocious. Despite a day one patch, this issue persists, though the D-pad offers a functional workaround. This persistent flaw in basic menu functionality is a particular concern. Combat in Sengoku Dynasty encourages a defensive playstyle, emphasizing one-on-one encounters and well-timed counterattacks to avoid frequent player deaths. The controller significantly enhances this aspect, making defensive maneuvers feel less cumbersome than they did on keyboard. For players accustomed to console gaming, the combat feels more natural and responsive, a marked improvement over the PC experience for some, especially those who encountered difficulties syncing controllers with the PC version. The town building and crafting elements, central pillars of the Sengoku Dynasty experience, remain largely unchanged. Players can focus on these aspects, minimizing combat encounters if desired. The process of placing buildings, gathering resources, and crafting items is as straightforward as ever, provided it doesn't involve navigating problematic menus. When menus are required, such as assigning tasks to villagers, the aforementioned joystick navigation issues resurface, necessitating the use of the D-pad. Graphically, Sengoku Dynasty presents well on the PlayStation 5, though it doesn't quite reach the visual fidelity of AAA titles. However, load times are considerably improved on the console, a welcome enhancement for players who might not have a high-performance gaming PC. The developers have commendably optimized the game for the console environment, ensuring a smoother overall performance. In conclusion, Sengoku Dynasty is a strong port to consoles, feeling almost tailor-made for the platform, with the exception of the persistent menu navigation issues. It offers a viable alternative for players whose PCs struggle to run the title or who experience technical difficulties. The game provides a deeply engaging experience, and the prospect of achieving a platinum trophy is a testament to its addictive quality. The console version successfully captures the essence of the PC original, while refining the experience for a new audience. That wraps up our deep dives, but don't go anywhere yet. We've got a lightning round recap of all the top stories and a full call to action coming your way. And that's a wrap on today's PS5 Nexus. We covered Sony's exciting new Astro Bot controller, a potential storage change for the PS5 Digital Edition, the terrifying launch of Cronos, the new Dawn, and a solid console port with Sengoku Dynasty. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your PlayStation news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, drop a comment below telling us which story you're most hyped about, and follow us on all our social platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.